So where's a good place to hang out in southeastern Wisconsin? We're going to talk about a place on this episode of Big Nerdy Biker. Before we get started, I'm going to ask you to like, share, and subscribe. Liking the videos and subscribing really helps us out, gets us in front of more people so we can do more stuff, so we can get more attention and grow. Also, we have a website now, our website, BigNerdyBiker.com. It takes you to all our social media links. It has blog posts. So there's additional stuff besides the YouTube videos out there now. It also takes you to our merch store where you can buy shirts like this one, which is the Don't Bro Me If You Don't Know Me shirt, which explains what to these people who are all like, hey bro, every time you see them, why we don't want them calling us bro. Right? So you can just, when you turn around to walk away from them because they're idiots anyhow, they can learn why. I'm going to run a quick commercial for the website and merch store right now, and I'll catch you on the other side of it. Hey, this is Joe the Big Nerdy Biker, reminding you that we have a website now. Go on over to BigNerdyBiker.com. On our website, you will find our merch store. On top of that, you will find access to all our videos, blogs, and social media links. As far as our merch goes, you'll find plenty of shirts and other clothing items that you can wear to any motorcycle event right now. So head on over to BigNerdyBiker.com and check it on out. Thank you, and we'll catch you on down the road. Bye. So the weekend we filmed this was Harley homecoming weekend. We just didn't want to go into the madhouse of riding through the city of Milwaukee. I hate riding through Milwaukee. I think it's a city that's laid out really terribly. It's a mess going through there. I'm not very familiar with it to begin with, so I just don't like going into the city of Milwaukee. Also, I've got some social things, and I just was not feeling crowds this weekend, right? I just couldn't do it. But this was filmed on Saturday. Friday, we'd gone to Racine and gone to the Sober Bar, which I've already made the video for, where I made the very bad Megadeth tribute cover picture for YouTube. But this was Saturday, and we woke up kind of late, on Saturday, me and the girlfriend. We were kind of moseying around, poking around, trying to figure out what to do. Spent more of our day trying to figure out what to do than doing, because that's the kind of people we are. If we don't have a definite plan, we overthink trying to find something to fill the gap. And eventually we just said, screw it, let's get up, get moving. We got to go grab some chow anyhow, and we took off riding. We were just heading north, and I was like, you know what, let's find something to do pretty quick before time runs out. I did know that 03 on 83, which used to be a bar called Hawg Heaven. I hadn't been to 03 on 83 since the name change, or ownership change I should say, except maybe once. I'm just stopping in for a drink real quick. But, again, I knew 03 on 83, which everybody still calls Hawg Heaven when you go up there. Matter of fact, their Facebook is marked as 03 on 83 Saloon-Hawg. The 1903 Saloon, which I did a video on previously, owns 3 bars, 03 on 83, the 1903 Saloon, and they own a bar now called 1903 West in Twin Lakes. But we're riding along, and I was like, you know what, let's just run up to Hawg Heaven, 03 on 83. I know they used to have food. We need to get dinner. I don't know if they still do or not at the moment, but I'm gonna lay bets too that they do. So we took a turn and we headed towards Salem, Wisconsin. Now, like I said, Saturday was a beautiful day. We saw bikes all over the road again. It was Harley homecoming weekend, so there were people in the area from all over the country riding around, and so the bikes are out. So we've got, as I'm speaking and doing this video, we're going to be putting up pictures of cars we saw, bikes we saw, interesting sights we saw, just going up there. We left out of my place in Waukegan, went up to Salem, Wisconsin. It's not a very far ride, but we did get to see some folks out on the road. So it was not a very eventful ride. We saw some of the sights. We saw some people out there. Unfortunately, I lost one of the 360 files where we did catch some fireworks on the way home, and actually had some really great shots. I'm very, very upset that I accidentally deleted the 360 file and was not able to recover it. But anyhow, we rode up to Hawg Heaven. I'm going to use 03 on 83 and Hawg Heaven interchangeably. It's going to happen. It's who I am. It's what's going to happen. Anyhow, so we left out of Waukegan and we ended up going through Gurney. Went up past the mall, went all the way up to the Illinois border. North Avenue is what it's called. Running across the border between Illinois and Wisconsin. We ran across that up to Route 45. Went past Thirsty Horse and a couple other places. Like, we saw plenty of bikes out on the road. Took the cut up Highway C in Wisconsin, County C, and got to Route 83. Hence the name 03 on 83, the 1903 Saloon on Route 83. Where they're getting ready to start construction up there, which is gonna the bars in the area are posting up signs saying, "Hey, you can still get to us, on 83." But it's gonna be a cluster when they do what they're gonna do over there, I'm sure. And we arrived up at Hawg Heaven. I killed the engine as we were pulling into the spot instead of stopping and backing in, because I didn't want to disturb, because the bands were playing when we got there. The bands were playing in like an aluminum shelter. The sound guy was there. He had a trailer with some gear. It's been a long time since I was in a band and gave a crap about the gear, but he had it all set up really nice for the guys. We dismounted, and it was a really interesting thing. Like, there wasn't a ton of people there, which was nice because I wasn't feeling crowds. But it was an all ages thing. There were children running around, young kids, lots of adults, some elderly folk were all there. We proceeded into Hawg Heaven. Like I said, I hadn't been there proceeded into 03 and 83. I hadn't been there. I don't remember if I've been there since the name change. I feel like I have been, but I also can't swear that I have. But it's exactly the same, except with a little bit of different signage as far as the inside goes. We bellied up to the bar, ordered a couple of drinks, and asked for a menu. The menu is primarily fried foods and a couple and you can get a pizza there where they have like a pre-made crust and they'll throw the stuff on, toppings on there, and toss in the pizza for you. Or they also have, like I said, fried foods. They have, I usually have tacos. They didn't have tacos this night. They usually have Italian beef. They didn't have Italian beef this night. After a little bit of discussion, we ordered a pizza and an order of what they call lug nuts, which are basically cheese cubes, fried cheese cubes with some stuff in it. And they give you some red sauce to dip your cheese in, right? A pre-made thing of red sauce to dip your cheese in. So we're there, bands are playing. I believe that the Bad Excuses were the band that was playing when we showed up. They were fine. They weren't the greatest band in the world. They weren't the worst. They were a very adequate band for being out there. There was somebody, a patron of the bar, that kept getting involved with them towards the end of their set. They finished up. We got our food. Like I said, it was a pre-made, it was like pre-made crust, I believe. It wasn't the greatest pizza I've ever had, but again, wasn't expecting gourmet food, and the price was right. It was an all-meat pizza for like, I don't know, like $14, $15, something ridiculous, right? Something, when I say ridiculous, I mean cheap, so it was perfect, right? So just about the time the Bad Excuses was wrapping up, we got our food. Like I said, I think it was a pre-made crust, pre-made ingredients. They just spread out, put on there. They had the toppings there available. Wasn't the greatest pizza in the world. Wasn't the worst. It was exactly what we needed. And again, a ridiculous price, like $15 maybe for a whole pizza for the two of us, and then the lug nuts were like another $5, $6, $7, like a nothing price, right? To feed two adults, no big deal, and we're gonna put down a couple of drinks while we're here, and the Coors Light's $3 there, I think it is. So like just a good normal bar price there. They're not trying to retire off of one customer, right? So good people right there as far as that goes. We sat there, we ate, we were eating our food, having our pizza. Forgot to do shake of the day. I just remembered right now, I forgot to do the shake of the day there. Dagnabbit. I was going to win that one too. But, finished our food, moved out to the lawn in the back, grabbed a seat, and the band ArsenalRoad hit the stage. ArsenalRoad, they're very comfortable in like the 90s rock, the Monster Magnet-y type of rock. Like, they're a good sound. I enjoyed them. I didn't think they were the best band in the world. They sure weren't the worst. Their songs were a little out there. They finished up their set with a song called Galactic Ass Wagon that was theirs. It's the masterpiece you expect with a name like that. But it was fun. They were put on a good show. It was a good time. Bright and sunny. They're out there doing their thing. Great environment, great weather, great setting. While we're sitting there, a bunch of older folks started showing up with lawn chairs and things of that nature. Started setting up, all wearing shirts for the final band of the evening, the Almas. The Almas are modern rock, right? It's a female-led band. They are like the modern thing, the pop evil type band that plays right now, right? That's all over the radio. I guess these guys have a following. I guess these guys have been around. They've done some things. Just hearing from them on the stage. But I've never heard of them before. They're also, this new modern rock isn't my thing. It's overproduced, this and that. It's not my thing. I don't get a lot of feeling from them playing. Now, some things with these guys that I enjoyed, because I actually got to watch them fully for quite a while. They seemed to have a good chemistry when they were playing and doing their thing. They were using some computer stuff. They were definitely dressed in costume for their set. Like, they didn't just show up in the clothes they would be wearing if they weren't doing a concert. They were there dressed up. I mean, take it how you will on that. I don't judge on that. It was just an observation. They didn't have a bass player, which which I thought was kind of weird. But again, I don't know that you need one for some of this music, especially the modern overproduced stuff. You know, they're gonna layer multiple tracks anyhow, slipping in a bass track on an album, whatever, live. You know, I mean, I like to have a bass. I like to have that subliminal note playing, but I'm also a bass player, so like, I went to gear check the guy and see what he was playing. Just no bass player, like, right? Like, oh, no bass player. They had a good sound. Like, I was sitting there, I was like, back and forth. I'm like, do I like these guys or do I dislike them, or what's my deal with them, right? I literally was trying to figure out how I felt about these guys. Stuck around for like a half dozen or so songs, but we didn't want to be out too late. We had plans for Saturday, wanted to get home early, you know, get to sleep early and be able to take off the next day. So partway through the Almas set, we took off, went down, you know, Route 83, went through Antioch, where unfortunately, I don't remember if it was this day or the next day, a child flew off a carnival ride at the carnival in Antioch and has been in critical condition for like a week. So, you know, whatever spiritual thing you do for somebody, you know, do spiritual thing for this kid, you know, because that sucks, man. Anyhow, Hawg Heaven, 03 on 83. Still the same bar. Still the same thing. 03 on 83. It's a great place to go hang out for the day, especially if they got bands where you can just kick back and chill and relax and just have a nice, relaxing time where you're not crowded, you're just spread out in a great atmosphere. Stop by Hawg Heaven. You might catch me there sometime. I'm definitely going to be back there. It's pretty local to me. I was going to be there again today, except I was running around, ran out of time. Had to get back to my house for something, and otherwise I was going to stop there because they had bands there again today. So, Hawg Heaven, 03 on 83, very much recommended. Alright folks, well that's about going to do it for this episode of Big Nerdy Biker. Like I said, Hawg Heaven, really recommended if you're ever in southeastern Wisconsin, Salem, Wisconsin. Stop on in, particularly on the weekend. You may luck out and catch them with some bands in the back. Otherwise, again, just a normal, chill place to hang out. They used to do like $2 tacos on Tuesdays. I believe they still do, because that was actually something I said. It's like, hey, I know you guys do the Taco Tuesdays, and I wasn't corrected. So, yeah, check them on out. Again, before we take off, I'm going to ask you to like, share, and subscribe. BigNerdyBiker.com has all our social media links. Has blog posts, has links to all our videos, not just the YouTube ones, TikTok videos, and other videos as well. It also has our merch store where you can buy shirts. I showed you the Don't Bro Me If You Don't Know Me shirt earlier. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on down the road. See ya. Bye.